What do you think are the biggest challenges for queer women in STEM right now?
Frequently, the real challenge is that you're women, not that you're gay. Default assumptions: women aren't as good at math, women don't have native genius, and it can be difficult to push through those biases. I think the biggest challenge isn't, in fact, even the bias. It's that constant push, the questioning voice. Do I belong here? Am I really as capable as everyone else? And coming to terms with the fact that it's not about you. It's not about whether you're happy. You're there to serve a purpose, your purpose, not the institutions, not the labs, not the grand experiment of science. It's your purpose. This is your opportunity to make a difference. Some of the work that's made the biggest difference in my life and in my career were the ones that I just went and did as personal projects. And then I shared with the world what I built. And every time I did something like that, with no direct, obvious payoff to me, with no career rationale, everything about my life got better. So just go do good work.
How do you think technology will continue to drive changes in diversity and inclusion?
Technology, I actually think already today and continuing in the future, will drive changes in both directions. Using a lot of traditional machine learning and artificial techniques in, let's say, hiring or an assessment tends to actually standardize and increase bias in many cases rather than solving it. But boy, done right, I think it can truly do good. If we knew our vision was biased, if we knew our focal points weren't quite right, then we would design a lens to warp light back in to compensate for our bias. So I thought, what if I could do that, but at a high level, at a sort of cognitive level? Here's your biases. Here's the things we know are going to drive you to an imperfect decision. So you can learn from the experience and maybe also, as a bit of a prosthetic, help you make the decision in the moment. I'm not really interested in replacing people. I'm not interested in using technology to decide who gets jobs, who gets admitted to schools, how we do our work. But building something that makes us better is the true power of technology, and it's why I do what I do.
Finally, I know you had a lot of interesting conversations with people today. I was just wondering if you had any final thoughts on inclusion and diversity you'd like to share.
I don't think that anyone owes me anything less than the same amount of dignity that any other human deserves. But at the same time, I understand. In many ways, just by existing, I overthrow everything they thought was true about the world. And of course, I love the validation of just explaining to them that they're wrong, and I'm a neuroscientist and a machine learning researcher, and I'm smarter than you are, and you must believe what I believe. But I don't feel that anyone owed me anything. It's a really hard thing, particularly if you're being discriminated against, to have some empathy for the person who's doing it. But in the end, I'm here to serve my purpose. And I simply have found that I get nowhere by making enemies. I want to be a part of a better future. And a better future, unfortunately, almost always means messy human problems, messy human solutions. Nobody gets to be the winner unless we all do.